team, Anna here, makeup creator, teacher, and educator, specifically for people with hooded eyes, oily and textured skin, as well as 30 plus skin. Welcome, welcome. We love everything makeup on this channel. I have her in my possession. This came in late last night and I'm so pumped, you guys. We're going to be reviewing the new Natasha Denona HY-GLAM Foundation on my oily and textured skin. I am so excited. I am so excited about this, you guys. Before anything else, I'm going to mention my code. It's Anastasia10 for anything off of the Natasha Denona world. I'm using everything Natasha Denona on my face today. I'm wearing the I Need a Nude eyeshadow palette, and then all of the complexion products are going to be from the brand as well because I love them so much. And you guys, in 2023, I had the pleasure of meeting Natasha Denona. I promise I'm not just flexing it yet again, but I had a pleasure of meeting Natasha Denona here in Chicago, and she was just presenting her HY-GLAM concealer that I have right here, and that is the most amazing concealer in the whole entire world. But she said they were already working on this baby, on the foundation. So imagine how many years goes into perfecting a formula. I am so pumped to finally be able to try it out. I did purchase this off of the Natasha Denona website. It's available at Ulta right now, probably Sephora as well. And let's talk about it. Let's talk about her. Let me show you the box that it comes in. The HY-GLAM Foundation. It is going to have naturally radiant finish, but buildable coverage, hydrating, blurring, long wear, lip me. It is formulated in Korea and made in Italy. How insanely cool is that? Wow, I absolutely love it. What is our shelf life? Oh, 12 months. There you go, 12 months. I picked up the shade N3. I was going back and forth between N3 and N5 because I might be a bit more tan during the summer. But concealer N3 shade literally looks like my skin tone, so I decided to opt for an N3 shade. So the box looks like their typical packaging. The bottle itself, you guys, it has kind of like matte glass packaging, really heavy and luxurious. And look at this little curve here. Like, I was so surprised to see it because I don't see it on videos because I've seen like a ton of short form content on this and Natasha herself posting. It is so interesting the way this packaging looks like. Very gorgeous, heavy, luxe, and I have high expectations and I love this brand and I'm really excited. So what it says on here is that this is a hydrating and blurring long wear radiant serum foundation. Let's find out a little bit more info on their website. So I know for a fact that she was trying to make it be radiant but suitable for any type of skin. So she mentioned that this has ingredients in here that will help your oily skin stop producing oils. Like, it's suitable for oily skin. That's what I'm trying to say. When you want that radiant finish but don't want to look greasy. So that's what I'm really excited about. So this is the Radiant Serum Foundation for all skin types with skincare benefits exceeding marketing efficacy. What's that mean? I don't know. Levels to even skin tone, balance excess oil, there you go, and reduce visible signs of aging. Ooh. There's up to 18 hours of wear. Perfect. There's 30 milliliters, which is a standard size. There is 52 shades, which is pretty good. Not gonna lie, pretty good. Medium buildable coverage, radiant blurring finish, creaseless self-setting formula, safe for sensitive skin, long-lasting, talc-free. Like, what more can you want? Did I mention that it is $52 US? But yeah, if you use my code Anastasia10, you can get some money off of your order, which is a really nice. I am so excited about this. I am so pumped. Let's do a little swatcheroo because I haven't tried it yet. Like, I'm so pumped. You're gonna shake it because I think it says shake well. Yeah, shake before use. And this is going to be a foundation, which I think they could also create maybe a tint. Well, that's gonna take another 5 years. But maybe if they're working on a tint, that would be fun too. All right, I'm gonna put this on the back of my hand just a little bit. Yeah, this shade will work on my face 100%. It feels creamy, but not too liquidy and not thick at all. Also, very thin, like melting into my skin. Very thin. Wow. It smells a tiny bit like skincare, like clean. Doesn't smell like paint or anything. Wow. It feels also like it's drying down pretty nicely to like a natural finish. That looks great, you guys. That looks great. We're off to a really good start. I am so pumped. I'm so pumped. So for primers, we're actually gonna go with one of her primers, the Hy-Jan Skin Glass Energizing and Hydrating Primer Serum. So this also has probably like the same ingredients in here that controls oils. But I typically prefer to use this and then another kind of blurring primer in those super textured zones because my skin is very textured. But this is like a very radiant, glowy product and I adore it like really, it's so pretty. This is gonna boost our glow, which I don't mind. I don't mind feeling glowy today. So we're gonna apply this, but then like in my T-zone, I'm gonna go in with a heavy duty blurring primer because that's just my preference and my skin type. And that's what I do for every single foundation I try. So I'm gonna give Natasha Denona the best canvas possible to shine, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna go in with they unfortunately do not have a pore blurring primer, unless nothing that I know of. Hopefully they're working on that too. Natasha, I want a pore blurring primer from you, please. I love you. But anyways, I'm gonna use the Smashbox Pore Vanishing, one of my faves this year, and I'm just gonna literally rub it into the T-zone and spots where like I really don't want that radiance and I really need to blur the texture as well. Before, after, you guys, this is stunning. This is gorgeous, and this is also so unique. Let me show you. So shade N3, by the way, perfect for me. So if you have complexion that is kind of close to mine shade wise, this is your shade. So I'm blending it out and it evens out my complexion, but it's so thin that it feels like I'm applying skincare, but it's not a tint as well, because tints usually are more liquidy and glowy. This is not giving me that much glow. It's giving a pretty much natural radiance that for my oily skin is just absolute perfection. And also, it took me 30 seconds to apply it. Like, it is so easy to apply. It just blends in. It blends perfectly. Well, I also picked out a really good shade for me, but it just works so beautifully. Evened out everything, but still looks like my skin. Stunning. Like, this is exactly, well, actually, I was expecting more radiance. So the fact that it's this makes me even more happy. Like, I was expecting a lot and I like it even more. Crazy, crazy. I don't know what's in this formula, but it's absolutely stunning. I am so excited to see it under powder because in my opinion, this is when the foundation really shines. Yes, they say it's self-setting and creaseless, but let's be real. We need powder. You need powder. You. Yes, you. And so do I. I'm blending it into my forehead and honestly just so beautifully thin, and I don't feel like it's on my skin at all. But like, it did create a pretty good canvas. And I feel like she mentioned that it's buildable, so if I went with a little bit more product, I could build up the coverage. But honestly, this is perfect coverage. I don't have any like bad flare-ups or spots or acne at the moment, so I feel like this looks very natural and very, very good. Like, this is so much better than all of the 100 million tints that I tried this year when I was doing my skin tint series. This is what I wanted. Of course, this is what I wanted. Just Natasha. She knows what my heart needs. She knows what my face needs. It's so good. I also feel like this formula is not setting into lines. Like my smile lines, for example, it's just not getting in there, and it's not gonna create those creases. Just wow. So I feel like this is something in between a skin tint and a foundation. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's definitely more than a tint, but less than a foundation, because a foundation would make me feel like or maybe this is just like the new generation of a foundation, but foundations typically, like, I feel that I'm wearing makeup. Yes, they're not necessarily all cakey, depends on the brand and the formula, but typically you feel like you're wearing makeup. This just looks stunning. Like, I bet if I walked up to my husband right now, he wouldn't know that I'm wearing something on my face. Well, probably eyeshadow, he could figure out. Also questionable. This looks so good. This looks so good. Like, I expected it to be so much more glowy. For some reason, I thought this is going to be like Surreal Skin by Makeup by Mario, but it's not. That one is also thicker. Unreal. Take a look right here before we go in with concealer and other cream products. I'm gonna do it on camera here just because I have all of the Natasha Denona products in front of me and I wanted to show them all what they look like. But yeah, this is a good one. I do need to see how it wears and I do need to see it under powder, but so far, unreal. First on the agenda, we have their Hy-Glam concealer. I'm in the shade R2, which I did mention shade N3. That one is like my skin tone. This one is a more brightening shade, which is just something I strongly prefer in terms of concealer. I know that it might be too light for me. I think most of my concealers are too light for me, but that's just my personal preference. Like, I love me a bright under eye. And this also kind of blew away the minds of every beauty lover. Like, genuinely one of the best concealers out there. Insane. Still to this day. I love it. Absolutely love it. I actually wasn't using it as much because I didn't want to have to go to buy more. I already have 3 of these, by the way. Like, I have a more highlighting shade. I have a more neutral shade that I also wear all over my face, that N3 shade. But the foundation, like the formulas of the concealer and foundation are honestly similar in terms of the creaminess. Maybe that's why like I really enjoyed this concealer as all over the face product. This looks so pretty so far. All right, the next product is the one that is not my favorite, but probably because, well, actually there's two reasons. It is their Hy-Sculpt liquid bronzer, and the first reason is on me. I ordered the shade Foxy. It's orange and light, so it's not my favorite in terms of the shade, but also the formula. Not the formula. The formula is spectacular, actually. But the fact that it's in a pump and I have to like put it on a palette or in the back of my hand, great for makeup artists, great for hygiene. Me, personally, I'd rather have a doe foot applicator or anything else. This just, I don't know. I don't reach for it. That's the problem. I love the formula. I wish I had another shade. I didn't pick up a different shade when I was buying foundation because I was like, I don't want to spend another like $50 on this product because I already don't reach for it. But yeah, I mean, the shade looks fine on camera, I'm sure, and I will make it, you know, work because I'm going to apply some powder bronzer as well. But I just wish I had something more cool toned. The formula is stunning. So if I picked up a different shade, if there was a doe foot applicator, not this stupid pump, I would probably love this more. But this is like, out of everything I'm applying, this is a product from Natasha Denona that I could personally live without. Whereas everything else is like the best of the best, the best of the best, my favorite on the whole entire planet. But yeah, this I could totally live without. It's fine. The formula is stunning. Don't get me wrong. It's also like water resistant, which is so cool. And like, I love that aspect of it, but it's just, I didn't fall in love with it. I didn't fall in love with it. I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah, the blushes were a bit more fun for me personally. I only have one shade and I picked up the good one, like the one that I really wanted. It is a duo, but they have like a cream blush here and then like a cream highlighter. And I picked up the mauve shade, fresh mauve, and it's just so nice. So it's very creamy too. So these are really pigmented and creamy. So pretty. It's such a pretty shade. I need to use this more. I always go for my Rhode blushes because Rhode is my favorite cream blush in the whole entire world, and I reach for that. And also I have 9 of them. I mean, or however many, 10, 8, I don't know. Most of them anyways. But yeah, this I should totally use more because it's absolutely stunning. Look at that finish. And then if you want some glow and use this other shade like as a highlight or just to add a little bit of glow, I will definitely do that. We're going for a natural look. And yes, this is natural for me. I'm gonna do a bit of that highlighty shade. It's kind of a blush topper for me because it's like a little deeper than, you know, my typical highlighter choice. But yeah, I love this product. I actually wanted to see if I can set my face with their Hy-GLAM powder foundation because I always hear that setting your face with powder foundation can be beneficial if you have textured skin like mine. But first I'm going to set my under eyes with something else, which is the Laura Mercier pink under eye powder, just because I know that I can't like set my under eyes with powder foundation. It's going to be too heavy. But this I will. Let me just pick up a little bit and press it under my eyes. This is the most stunning under eye powder ever. Just blurs everything and sets everything without creasing. All right, so should we try this? I'm kind of like on the fence, but like we're doing a full face of Natasha Denona. Might as well, right? I have the shade N3 in this too, I believe. Yeah, I have N3 in everything. So you're supposed to grab, I saw it on one of the like big makeup artist channels and I can't remember who that was. Was it Painted by Spencer, possibly? Or they're like he did a textured skin tutorial. I'm gonna assume so, but don't hold me to it. I'm gonna grab a dense brush, pick up the powder foundation and start pressing that into my skin. And so this is the trick he uses for very textured skin. Like the girl he did makeup on was gorgeous and she had like acne scarring like mine. And he says this like really blurs out the skin and sets everything. And I agree, like when I tried his technique, it really worked beautifully. It just blurs everything. And I feel like it's also more long wear than just loose powder. But also this does provide coverage. So I see some of the color disappearing, which not to worry, we have powder, blush and bronzer from Natasha Denona next. So I will use that. I feel like this is working nicely. I am trying to not like overdo it and have it be like too cakey or powdery. Powder foundation also looks best after a couple hours of wear, and it's honestly like a godsend for oily skin. A godsend for oily skin. I feel like you can still see like the natural radiance and glow, which is exactly what I wanted. So I'm liking it. I will still test out this foundation with my regular powder technique, meaning that I'm gonna apply Huda Beauty or Laura Mercier face powder on top of it, but I wanted to do Natasha Denona face and it's working out really nicely. Let's go in with a powder, bronzer, and blush. Unfortunately, we don't have like a singles from them just yet. Hopefully they're coming out with some like next year or something, but I have this face palette from them and this bronzer is really, really good. Unfortunately, only for my skin tone, but it's really, really good. But yeah, I mixed all three of these and I really enjoyed this one. Oh, when it came out, the bronzer, and then the powder blush is also really nice. I haven't been using this one in a while. I think it came out last year. Yeah, I remember using it last spring. Like, it's so pretty. And I'm just re-intensifying some of that cream bronzer. Not too much though. I'm actually going out right now. So what am I doing? Chill. And then a little bit of blush. Also mixing the two shades. It's just what I do. Should we do a Natasha Denona lip combo as well? Alright, you guys, my makeup is all done. So I did apply the Natasha Denona lip combo, lip liner in Leon. It's my new current favorite, and lipstick in Kala. I love this one, and overall, like, it's basically a full face of Natasha Denona at this point. I think that I also applied a bit of setting spray, and I think that that really helped out to seal the deal. Like, I actually love the way this powder foundation looks on my skin as powder on top of the Natasha Denona foundation. It feels like it's set there. Like, I am wearing a full glam, but I don't feel like I'm wearing a full glam on my face. You know what I mean? Like, I definitely look like I'm wearing makeup, but first of all, this looks so blurred. I feel like all of the products work so beautifully together, and my skin just looks really, really stunning. This foundation is definitely exceeding my expectations as of now. I absolutely love it. I will definitely let you know how it wore in the description box below, as well as link everything that I'm wearing. If you shop through my links, you really help out my channel quite a bit. Thank you so much for doing that. But I'm going out for dinner tonight on a date, and we'll see how it wears. I love trying out a product and wearing it out and about rather than just being in my home, you know, filming and whatever. So this will be a real test. I just can't stop staring at it. Like, look at that natural radiance. I'm not wearing any highlighter. This is just what's coming from the combination of this primer, the foundation, and a little bit of that blush topper. Can't stop staring at that cheek. I feel like it looks so pretty. Upon application, I completely fell in love with the product, and it felt like I couldn't find a product I could compare it to. Like, it's very uniquely beautiful, stunning. I was not expecting anything less, but it still somehow exceeded my expectations, and I'm so excited about this. Like, this looks stunning. This will be my new go-to. I love it. I love it. I'm genuinely just so excited for brands. I feel like 2025 has been the year when I have tried some of the best skin tints and foundations ever. Like, brands finally know that we need better skincare ingredients in our products. We need better foundations. We can't just apply the Dream Mousse from 2001. I don't remember what brand that was. No shade. That looked terrible. But yeah, we can't just slobber on any type of foundation and go on about our day. We need something natural. We need something breathable. Even people with oily and textured skin like mine. I adore this. Wow, it looks just like so natural to me. And feels so good on my face. Like, look at me just like touching my face and there was nothing. I love it. 1,000,000% love it. Thank you, Natasha. Thank you for your service. Forever your fan. Obsessed. Obsessed. You guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Am I Delulu, or does it actually look this good? My main question. Thank you for watching this video. Love you all so much. I will see you in the next one. Bye.